What's going on, guys? 762, and I'm a little tired of the people in my rank games saying that they can't play a certain hero or a certain class. If you're going to queue ranked, you should be able to play every character proficiently. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little series of every Overwatch hero and basically show ranked players and casual players some of the basics of these heroes. If you put in like an hour a night on each hero, you're going to be so much better of a player once you can play everything, because you can dynamically switch to help yourself and your team. We'll start off with the melee, 75 damage per swing, 180 degree radius. It's actually not like perfect half circle like you think it would be. It's more of a rectangular hitbox. So you can see this here, like I cannot hit this guy in front of me. If I have my shield up, you see how far away I am, right? I cannot hit him. But the way his hitbox for his hammer works is you actually turn, you can turn a little bit, you see how it gets closer? I can actually hit this guy if I go to the left a little bit. See how I can't hit him now? I can hit to the left, then I'll go back to his position, and I can go aim to the right, and I hit him. That's just the way his melee radius is, right? So let's go to the dash next. His dash is pretty straightforward in a sense. If you hit somebody with it and not pin them, it's just 50 damage to them. If you pin somebody against the wall, it's 300 damage. What I see a lot of Reinhardt's doing is they'll see somebody across the map like that bot over there, and they'll just dash at them, or they'll dash way far away and try to get a kill. Yeah, sometimes it works out, and it's pretty sick when you do. But look how far I came from where I was. I'm completely out of position, my team's back there, and most of the time it's just not a good idea. Sometimes when you have your ult, but most of the time it's not. So you don't want to charge, you don't want to overcharge and be stuck out in the middle of nowhere. Your team is back here with no shield, you're dead, and they're dead. It's just not good. So let's go to the shield then. So you think, oh, shield is very, very simple. You just hold it up, take damage. Well, there's a few things you can do differently to keep your shield up more. So if you hold your shield up and it's taking damage and it cracks and it breaks completely, it actually goes on a 5-second cooldown, and you cannot cast your shield again for another 5 seconds. And this is pretty huge, because your shield, no matter how much HP it has, can actually absorb a D.Va ult or any kind of other projectile once, right? It doesn't matter how much HP it has, it can absorb it. So if it goes on that 5-second cooldown because you let it get broken the entire way, you can no longer protect your team from that D.Va ult or that incoming source of damage. So make sure you guys don't let your shield break, because it's just not good at all. Another thing you can do with your shield is instead of, like, say if I wanted to save here, let's see if this bot spawns. If I wanted to save this bot, right, and I'm over here with my shield and I need to save him, you don't have to walk up there like that, because he might die or he might take damage. You can actually just shield hop. So what you do is you just jump, you let go of your shield, jump in front of him, let go of your shield, jump in front of him, right? So this is faster because you don't have your shield out, you don't get the movement penalty, and you're also in the air, so you're basically like air strafing almost. So you got your shield up, I want to protect this friendly bot that's in front of me here. I let go of it, jump in front of him. See how much faster that is than just walking in front of him? Jump, front, done. So then you're sitting here and you're like, oh, well, what else could I possibly do with the shield? What happens if there's another Reinhardt in front of me, right? Well, most of the time you get into that stupid fire strike battle and you just go back and forth, and you're charging each other's ults, right? You don't really want to do that if you can help it. It depends on what players of yours you have behind your shield and what players they have behind theirs. If there's a lot of DPS behind their shield and there's like a Mercy behind yours, sometimes you don't want to do that. It's very situational. But sometimes what you can do is if you see a fire strike coming and your team does as well, you can just let go of your shield and move out of the way. Why is this good? It saves your health, your friendly's health, and your shield health, because it's going to pass through all of you anyway, because that's the kind of ability Fire Strike is. So next thing I'll go to is the Fire Strike. Now Reinhardt's Fire Strike goes through shields, it goes through multiple enemies, and it's on a cooldown of like 6 seconds. This ability is what you get your ult charge with. This ability is one of the most important on Reinhardt. So what you want to do with him is you want to just try to like preemptively use it. So when people are coming out of a spawn, use it. You get like 10% charge every time you hit something, right? So if you hit like 2 or 3 characters, well, that's 30% ult charge. That's huge. So let's talk about Reinhardt's ultimate. When do you want to use it and how do you want to use it? Let's start off with the when. You usually want to use it when groups of people are together You don't want to use it on a single person or two people. There are exceptions to that if there's a Genji flanking you and he's about to ult and kill your entire team. Same thing with the Reaper. But most of the time you want to look for groups of people. Reinhardt's ultimate is used to start and stop pushes. That's what Reinhardt's ultimate is basically made for, right? One thing you need to be careful of when you do use your ultimate as Reinhardt is make sure there's not another Reinhardt shield up or a Winston shield up, because you cannot ult through shields, right? Same thing with Zarya. If Zarya has a shield on her or one of her players, you're not going to stun that person for 2.5 seconds, right? Because this 2.5 second stun is huge. Like, it's one of the best ultimates in the game, and it can change the game in no time at all, right? So what do you do once you have the people on the ground? What do I just swing my hammer? Do I fire strike? Do I dash? Usually what you want to do is you want to prioritize healers or DPS targets, but most of the time it's a healer, right? So say if there's a Mercy in the back, and if you just dash and kill a Roadhog or something, right? And your team wipes up the 3 people, Mercy's still alive, she can just res them. So what you want to do is you want to use your Fire Strike on cooldown. The second you use your ultimate, right? You're just going to use your Fire Strike and kill the Mercy or kill whoever's in the back, and just prioritize the healers and the DPS, right? And why do you want to use your Fire Strike off the bat? It's because you want to be able to have it off of cooldown by the time you walk up here. So right, you ultimate, you run forward, you start hitting people. Keep in mind, you already Fire Strike the Mercy in the back. You're just going to hit. You see your cooldown in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. It's going on 3 seconds. You're clubbing away, and it's up again. You can kill multiple people like this. You want to make sure that your Fire Strike is used immediately, so it's on cooldown for cleanup after you do ult, right? So basically, other than that, Reinhardt is, just keep in mind, one of the most important characters in the game. He's going to be played in almost every payload map. He's going to be even played on control points and capture. Like, he's a very important character. Thanks for watching.